Have you ever felt a sudden chill run down your spine, even when the room is warm? Or had that strange feeling that you're not alone, even when no one else is around? What if I told you that a simple glass of water could confirm those feelings? It sounds like something out of a movie, but for centuries, cultures all over the world have believed that water, the most essential element for life, has a hidden ability to detect unseen energies and even the presence of spirits. Today, we're diving deep into this fascinating and mysterious topic. We're going to explore the ancient beliefs, the modern spiritual practices, and the simple methods you can try at home to see if there's any truth to the idea that water can be a spiritual detector. Stick around, because you might look at your next glass of water in a whole new way. Let's start with the basics. Why water? In nearly every spiritual tradition, water is seen as a symbol of purity, cleansing, and flow. Think about it. We use water for baptisms, for ritual cleansing before prayer, and to purify sacred spaces. It's considered a conduit, a medium that can absorb and reflect the energies around it. This isn't just a metaphor. Many believe that water's molecular structure is incredibly sensitive and can be influenced by thoughts, emotions, and the subtle energies that we can't see. One of the most popular and straightforward methods people use is the glass of water test. It's incredibly simple, and it's something you can try tonight. Here's what you do. Before you go to bed, take a clear glass and fill it with fresh, clean water. Some traditions suggest adding a pinch of sea salt, as salt is also considered a powerful purifying agent that can amplify the water's sensitivity. Place this glass of water under your bed or on a nightstand close to where you sleep. The idea is that as you sleep, the water will absorb the ambient energy in the room, especially the energy surrounding your own body. What are you looking for the next morning? Proponents of this method say to observe the water carefully. Is it still perfectly clear? Or has it become cloudy, murky, or developed small bubbles? According to this belief, cloudy or hazy water could indicate the presence of negative or stagnant energy. Some even say that the formation of bubbles, especially if they cling to the sides of the glass, might suggest the presence of a spirit or an external energetic influence trying to communicate or make its presence known. Now, before you panic and think your house is haunted, let's be practical. There are, of course, scientific explanations for why water might change overnight. Dust particles in the air can settle in the glass, making it look cloudy. Changes in temperature can cause dissolved gases in the water to form bubbles, so it's important to approach this with an open mind, but also a healthy dose of skepticism. Spiritual practitioners often suggest repeating the experiment over several nights. If you consistently get the same results, like persistently cloudy water night after night, that's when they say you should pay more attention. It might not be a ghost from a horror movie, but it could be a sign of emotional turmoil, stress, or unresolved negativity that is manifesting physically in your environment. The water, in this sense, acts like a mirror to your inner state or the energetic weather in your home. Let's explore another fascinating method that involves water and its reaction to sound and intention. This idea was famously explored by Dr. Masaru Emoto, a Japanese author and researcher. While his work is considered pseudoscience by the mainstream scientific community, it has had a massive impact on the spiritual world. Dr. Emoto claimed that human consciousness could affect the molecular structure of water. He conducted experiments where he would expose water to different words, pictures, or music, and then freeze it and examine the crystalline structures that formed. The results he published were stunning. Water exposed to positive words like love and gratitude, or to classical music reportedly formed beautiful, complex, and symmetrical snowflakes. In stark contrast, water exposed to negative phrases like "you fool," or to heavy metal music supposedly formed distorted, chaotic, and incomplete crystals. What does this have to do with detecting spirits or negative energy? Well, if we extend this theory, it suggests that the very presence of a negative entity, or even a pervasive atmosphere of sadness or anger in a home, could fundamentally alter the structure of water in that environment. Imagine applying this idea. You could place bowls of water in different rooms of your house. After 24 hours, you could observe them, not just for cloudiness, but with a more intuitive sense. How does the water feel to you? Does the water in one room feel heavy and stagnant, while the water in another feels light and vibrant? It's a practice in using your own intuition, with water as your guide. This isn't about looking for proof to show a scientist, it's about using a tool to connect more deeply with your own environment and your own feelings about the space you live in. Another tradition, found in various forms of folk magic and feng shui, uses water for scrying or divination. Scrying is the practice of looking into a reflective surface, like a crystal ball or a dark mirror, to receive spiritual insights. A simple bowl of water can be used for the same purpose. To do this, you would find a quiet space, fill a dark-colored bowl with still water, and light a single candle nearby. The idea is to gaze softly into the water, letting your eyes go slightly out of focus. You're not looking at the water, but into it. Practitioners say that after a while, you may start to see images, shapes, or ripples that don't have a physical cause. These visions are believed to be messages from the spiritual realm or from your own subconscious. In this context, if the water becomes inexplicably agitated or cloudy during your scrying session, it could be interpreted as a sign of a nearby presence or a warning about negative energy interfering with your practice. The water acts as a calm surface, and any disturbance, whether visible or intuitive, is seen as significant. So, what should you do if your water test comes back positive for negative energy? The first step is not to be afraid. Energy is just energy. It's the label we put on it that makes it scary. The traditions that teach these detection methods also provide solutions, and they almost always revolve around cleansing and purification. The simplest response is to take the glass of water that has supposedly absorbed the negativity and dispose of it outside your home. As you pour it onto the earth, visualize all the stagnant energy being neutralized and returned to nature. Then, replace it with a fresh glass of water, perhaps saying a small prayer or setting a positive intention for peace and clarity in your space. You can also perform a more thorough space clearing. This can be as simple as opening your windows to let in fresh air and sunlight, which are natural purifiers. You could burn sage, palo santo, or incense, walking through each room and allowing the smoke to cleanse the energy. Ringing a bell or using a singing bowl are other excellent ways to break up stagnant energy with sound vibrations. The key is to be intentional. As you perform these actions, hold the clear intention in your mind of clearing out any and all energy that is not for your highest good and inviting in light, peace, and positivity. Ultimately, whether you believe water can literally detect ghosts or simply reflects the energy you're putting out, using it as a tool for self-awareness can be incredibly powerful. It encourages us to pay more attention to our surroundings and our inner state. It prompts us to ask questions. Is there unresolved conflict in my home? Am I carrying around stress and anxiety that's affecting my environment? Maybe the cloudy water isn't a spirit, but a reflection of your own need for emotional cleansing. The world is full of mysteries we don't understand, and the line between the physical and the energetic is blurrier than we might think. So tonight, why not give it a try? Place that glass of water by your bed. See what happens. You might be surprised by what you discover, not just about the unseen world around you, but about the unseen world within you. It's a simple experiment that costs nothing, but it could open up a whole new level of connection to your home and yourself. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the mysterious properties of water. I hope it's given you some food for thought. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more topics like this, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you ever tried a water test? What were your results? Share your stories below. Until next time, stay curious.